All right, hello Aries, and welcome to your May 2021 reading with myself, Rachel Navy, aka Villagio Strega, if you'd like to follow me on Facebook. Thank you for being here. I always do enjoy being in your energy, Aries, and I'm always truly grateful for the messages that come through for all signs, but Aries in particular. Thank you for being here, guys. Now, keep in mind this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone, so keep what does and leave the rest, Aries. And I'm going to be doing your 4 weeks, so 3 cards each showing your challenge, your advice, and your potential outcome for each week. Take a look at the bottom of the deck, pull in some to clarify if we need to, Aries, and then we'll take a look at the oracle cards. So lots in store for you guys today, or for now. And let's see if we can keep the dog quiet, the chickens at bay, and all the kiddos here too. So see what happens. It may get busy and loud here for a moment, but I'll try and be optimistic for you guys. All right, Aries. So we're starting out with a Hierophant energy for week 1. That's a commitment of sorts, so higher commitment or spiritual teacher. But I'm going to get back to that in a moment. I really want to see who's meant to come out where. Which who's going where? Thank you. Okay. And for those of you who don't know my reading style, Aries, I take flippers or ones that kind of fly out of the deck. Instances like this where I'm not sure where they're supposed to land, or if multiple ones come out, I'll ask for clarification on position with a yes or no. And it's just kind of how it works for me with my readings. So, that said, see what else Spirit wants you to know. Beautiful. A lot of good potential outcomes. Well, a couple of good potential outcomes so far, Aries. The beginning of the month is looking really nice for you guys so far in May. Okay. I got a couple of you guys coming out. All right, where do you want to go? Okay. One more for you, Aries, and then we'll take a look at the bottom of the deck. We're talking about May 2021, please. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune card energy. Beautiful. Timing's right on a certain situation, Aries, and luck is in your favor this month. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's talk about each week now. The challenge for week 1, I said, was the Hierophant energy. That's about making a commitment, a higher commitment to something for many of you. Whether this is finding an authentic spiritual teacher, or it is simply making a commitment with your finance, your lifestyle, your relationship, whatever it is, it's Taurus energy too, and it's about determination. It's about your willpower at times as well here, Aries, and many aspects, but it's what is it that you really need to commit to or feel that should be in a more committed situation for many of you as the challenge for week 1. Advice card is you're moving away from something. You're to let go of all that grief and sorrow, heartbreak, as it were, that many of you may be holding on to. This is often the card of third-party relationships or being hurt in a relationship, as it were. It's about communication breaking down that leads to that heartbreak. But you yourself recognize the self-harm in the situation, and the advice is to let go and move forward, move on from that as well. What your potential outcome is the card of self-reliance, the 9 of Pentacles. This is an individual that doesn't need nobody else because they make their own money. They're able to indulge a little bit for themselves. They're able to live an abundant life because they themselves have created it here, Aries. It's about creating an environment that is nurturing, is healthy, is stable, is beautiful to you, surrounding yourself with nature perhaps, or having some creature comfort from pets or something along those lines, even being out in nature as it is. For many of you, will help reground you as you heal from this process, this heartbreak that you're kind of going through, as it were. And again, just really being self-reliant, independent living as it is here, Aries. Your second week, you've got Hanged Man energy. So this is about a spiritual awakening for many of you. This is that moment where your hands are tied. Spirit says, okay, you can't move any forward in this situation. Your hands are tied. The world's kind of flipped upside down for you in order for you to gain a new perspective. In order for you to tap into what it is that is truly authentic within yourself and the path, the spiritual path you're really supposed to be in. So no forward movement in any situation for at least week 2 here, it's looking like. And this is a major arcana as well as the Taurus card energy of the Hierophant. Both are major arcanas. You're going to see a couple more here as it is. But these are really the key points for the monthly reading or any reading really. The rest of it's kind of day-to-day stuff for many of you. Your advice is that stability. You're looking for financial stability, security, looking to be practical-minded, a little bit cautious perhaps, especially when it comes to your finance here, Aries. You could be dealing with an individual masculine energy over the age of 35 with those same qualities. But the King of Pentacles himself tends to have an energy of very soft-spoken, or really doesn't speak unless he's got something important to say. He stays very grounded, very secure. He's just not very outgoing. He's a very gentle soul, very generous soul is what he is. But don't expect a lot of conversation unless it's a very meaningful topic. He's not one for chit-chat or shop talk, small talk, anything like that. Again, it's about stabilizing your foundation, your security, your wealth, as it were here, and being practical-minded about it all, Aries. Your potential outcome is the joyous sunshine energy, right? This is what we all want. This is your yes card. Remember, you're kind of going through this spiritual awakening because you're letting go of one thing to have that self-reliance, and that might hit you a little bit hard here, Aries. The beautiful part about it is, though, is the joy it brings you, the joy, the vitality it ends up bringing you, the freedom it ends up bringing you. This is that loving energy, that warm sunshine energy, that merriment, probably that you didn't anticipate, especially in the second week of May here. For many of you, it could be childlike energy as well. But again, we see this okay, spiritual awakening, self-reliance line up, financial security and stability, and then we have this joy card, yes card on top of it. Your challenge for week 3 is the Six of Cups energy. Now, typically the Six of Cups is one about childhood nostalgia. Could be a friend returning from the past, or memories perhaps of your childhood here, Aries. The trick of it is, though, when it's in your challenge position, is not to spend too much time being nostalgic. We definitely see a need here to kind of acknowledge and then let go of things from the past, because your advice is celebration and anticipation of change. This is a very joyous card, the Four of Wands energy is, in and of itself. But it's that merriment, that entertainment, that joyous celebration you share with others along the way. Now, this could indicate someone from the past. It may be inviting you to some sort of celebration, and you taking that offer, to saying yes to that. It may end up bringing you some clarity on a particular circumstance here in the third week of May, because your potential outcome is the Ace of Swords energy. Ace of Swords, Aries, is when the divine steps in and says, okay, I'm going to clear everything up here. We're going to be have honest communication. We're going to have clear and thoughtful communication. Everybody's going to articulate well. There's going to be intelligence behind it. There's going to be guidance, clarity, support in this, and strength in this as well is really what I'm picking up from this particular Ace of Swords. There's a mastery to it too. There's some sort of like accomplishment for you that says, okay, I put this in the right words, or this was the right thing to do, right action to take in some particular instance towards the end of week 3 here. Your challenge for week 4. There is an element of grief and sorrow. You're being pessimistic on a situation, perhaps many of you Aries are. And gotta give the dog a minute with the chickens. There's this moment. For many of you, you're too focused towards the end of the month on what was lost. It may have, it absolutely has something to do with back here. With that 3 of Swords energy. Maybe there was no commitment in a relationship you were hoping for. You're still, or suddenly you're deciding, okay, I'm going to focus on that again, Aries. And please try and let that go. There is still 2 cups there. There may be like a friendship there still for many of you. There may be some sort of new opportunity surrounding it, or there's a beautiful reality perhaps as the divine steps in to clear things up here, where that really wasn't for your highest good, Aries. Indeed, there may have been some deception, or there may be somebody coming in to backstab, or take more than what they're entitled to here during this period of time towards the end of the month as well. This could carry into June a little bit to their Aries. But it's somebody who's being a little bit greedy, who's being a little bit deceitful, perhaps. Now, whether this is again, pertaining to the first week here, May, end of June, end of April, first week of May time frame, it just may be reliving that same scenario, or maybe an entirely new one that kind of catches you off guard a little bit. What's your potential outcome? Is the Devil card energy. You may be tempted, right? Devil card energy is about determination and perseverance, as much as it is about manipulation and taking too much, overindulgence, as it were. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, but it's the energy of letting go of self-limiting thoughts and beliefs, Aries. It's about having courage and strength and, again, determination and perseverance to believe in a higher self, to let go, be free from our addictions, be free from our self-doubts, all those sorts of negative beliefs that we can self-talk and talk ourselves into, especially when some sort of scenario like this happens, especially when we've either been backstabbed or lied to, and really mourning a loss of some sorts. So try and pull yourself up by the bootstraps, as it were, here, especially towards the end of the month. And recognize that not all hope is lost, that your world is as you created for certain Aries. And try not to overindulge or overspend, especially towards the end of the month as well. Now back here, remember I said our bottom of the deck came out with the Wheel of Fortune card energy. That's about expansion. That's Jupiter energy. It's also about right time, right place for you. So there's some sort of circumstance for many of you this month, in the month of May, that is just going to be just right on time. Likely because of the spiritual awakening and you allowing and you going with the flow and committing mostly to yourself, I think, and your own healing, your own presence in this world. Next one out is 3 of Cups energy. That's a joyous celebration. It's almost like a pledge that happens, whether it's a sisterhood, brotherhood, some sort of scenario where you're celebrating with others. You're having a joyous occasion with others. The ideal lover may be coming in, as we have the Knight of Cups energy. He too is about finding the harmony, finding the balance. enjoying life. He's got a little bit more emotional wear-all or experience, as it were, in the seas of life, the emotional seas of life. So he's not like overly excited. He's not like over energetic, but he likes to have a good time. He likes to explore still, but he knows how to keep it in balance, or at least he tries to. And he could be an awfully good sweetheart, very generous with his time, very loving energy behind him. Two of Swords is also out. Two of Swords is about having a decision to make, a tough decision to make that really weighs on you, Aries, that you need to gather all the facts for before you go making any decisions. There may be a lot of emotions behind it. It may have something to do with this Knight of Cups energy, or perhaps what's going on here down at the towards the end of the month. But make sure you have your facts straight. Listen to your intuition and then make your decisions. Finally, we have the Five of Swords energy. No surprise. Five of Swords is that energy of I still want to fight. I still want to challenge this situation. It's kind of like a disbelief. I don't believe this is happening. Conflict of sorts. So you want to make sure that, again, you have all your facts, that you have everything you need, that there's a lot of clear communication, and that someone's ego is not overcompensating, as it were, in your month, in your environment. Okay, that said, let's have a few clarifiers. I'm going to be using the light and shadow deck for anyone interested. I have them the wrong way. What you see now? Let's see. What are the messages? I'll clarify these weeks up here for Aries, please. I'm going to draw 4 cards for Aries. Clarify the 4 weeks for Aries. Okay. Let's see who we got. Yes or no, week 1? No. Yes or no, week 1? Yes or no, week 1? Week 2? Week 2. Week 3? Week 3. Week 4? Week 1? No. Okay. Let's see if I can get week 1 and week 4 clarified for you guys. Flip them the right way. Week 1 and week 4, please. Clarify week 1. Interesting. Get the Hierophant card energy out again. Lots of decision card, the choice card, lover's card energies out. For week 3. Can I have week 1, please? There it is. Week 1. Okay. 2 of Cups. Week 2. Week 4. Week 4? Yes, week 4. Week 4 with the Wheel of Fortune again. A lot of repeating information here, Aries, as it were. So week 1 again, decision. This is a lovers who have seen their trials and tribulations, like they've gone through a lot of hardships together, but they've become stronger with it. Now we see the Hierophant, which is about commitment. We see the 3 of Swords, which is about heartbreak, and then we see the 9 of Pentacles for you guys with that independence. Perhaps there is a relationship amongst you Aries or cross watchers here that the relationship is transforming. The relationship is going through a change that maybe indicates that one or both partners, while they honor and respect one another, or they're trying to honor and respect one another, there's a little bit of pain and I need to take a little bit of a break from the relationship, or that it is time to give each other space. For those of you who are single, this is looking at a letdown of sorts from one relationship, but potentially a new one headed your way, one that you've like kind of revisited. It may be like that 6 of Cups energy there. It may be someone from the past you've either already had a relationship with, or just admired, or they've admired you for some period of time. Bear in mind, though, your asset right now is that independence energy due to the spiritual awakening you're having. So it may be a moment of pause in a relationship, or it may simply be you getting your stuff together there, Aries, for a period of time before there's this union. Your week 2, here's that Hierophant energy again for you guys. This is our spiritual awakening week, the advice of being financially stable, secure, and that yes card energy. Again, your perception's going to change for you to have a higher commitment, whether it's a authentic spiritual teacher is really coming to mind here, because we see the spiritual awakening card of the Hanged Man energy with the Hierophant being repeated for you guys. This could be the week for that, as well as, again, making a higher commitment to something, possibly in regards to your finance. Week 3 is being clarified with the Lover's card energy, and also known as the Choice card. So again, there's this repeated pattern of decisions and choices and versatility, as it were, kind of going on for you guys. Could be dealing with a Gemini, could be dealing with a Taurus. We're definitely in Taurus season as it is here. But this card's energy, again, more choices, soulmate energy, soul connections, decisions you make in regards to your love relationship. Do you want this partnership? It looks like you do, right? It looks like there is some sort of union here already. And this, to top it all off, there's a stroke of luck. So it's about divine timing here, Aries. If you're looking for love, there's definitely someone coming in for you. Again, you're going to have to let go possibly of one loss in order to gain a new one, as it were. Everything is going to be cleared up. There's going to be, you may be tempted to kind of go back to where you were, especially towards the end of the month here, Aries, for relationship-wise. But stay strong with that, because really that ideal lover card energy, that commitment you really deserve, that union you really seek and crave, it's here. There's right timing, and there's the commitment you're after for many of you. Let's pull a crystal card. Take a look at what you might want to carry in your pocket this week. See what kind of energies come out with the crystals for Aries on the collective, please, for the month of May. Who flipped? Somebody flipped. I felt a flipper. Nope, maybe not. What does the month of May bring for crystal card energy? I'll take 4. Maybe 1 for each week, please, Spirit. Week 1. One for each week for Aries, please. That's too much, they tell me. Too much. Okay. So let's narrow it down. We'll start with 1. We'll see if we get a nudge to do another one. Let's Aries stone for the month of May, please. Okay. That's quite a few. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yes or no? No. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You got yes. Okay, so we're going with Aragonite there, Aries.